All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Achakodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami, and today I want to do a scriptural commentary on this article that came out recently from RT News. Okay, the title of the article is America is in danger of having more rivals than it can handle. Okay, all right, which goes to show you, okay, all right, that hey, according to biblical prophecy as it is written, man, okay, in the book of Obadiah, which I'm gonna get that, all right, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised, okay, and also in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, okay, where it says, art thou become weak as we, okay, art thou made like unto one of us, man, okay, all right, so it was at one point in time, that America was the reigning superpower over the world, and to some extent that is still true. Okay, America does still have or boast the most powerful military on earth. Okay, all right, still at the center of global politics and global economics. Okay, all right, American culture is still very influential throughout the world. All right, but here it is, we're coming into a time which has all been prophesied throughout the scriptures. Okay, all right, that this place is going down. All right, that these different nations are going to rise up against Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, all right, and wage war with this place and destroy Babylon. Okay, all right, with those missiles. All right, so I want to start here at Obadiah chapter 1. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. Okay, this is Obadiah chapter 1. And 1, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. Okay, and who is Edom? Edom is a so-called white race. Okay, the so-called white man. Okay, and the chief hub of their power structure is Babylon the Great. Okay, which is Basra, Babylon. All right, this is the chief seat of Edomite dominion. Okay, over the whole earth. Okay, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. Okay, so the Most High has made Esau, Edom, to be greatly despised and small, to be considered not as significant as he once was amongst these other nations. Okay, and these nations are rising up against Esau, Edom. Okay, all right, and his hegemony through Babylon the Great America that ruleth over all the kings of the earth. All right, rising up against her in battle, man. Okay, let's go to Isaiah. (14 and 10). It says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, all right, this is concerning what? The king of Babylon. Okay, the Babylon, the golden city. Okay, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right? All right. So that means that what this is saying is that these different nations are starting to look down upon America. Okay. All right. They're starting to come to the realization that when they put their minds together and their resources, okay, and their strength together, that they can overthrow this place, man. Okay, and that America won't be the sole superpower over the earth. Okay, which this is gonna all lead to war. Okay, and the destruction of Babylon. All right, which I want to go to Jeremiah 50 and 50 and 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? So Babylon the Great, okay, all right, is described in the Bible as being the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, all right, this is the nation, okay, over the whole earth that is able to beat all the other nations down with brute force, man. And how does Babylon do that? With its military? Okay, all right, it says verse 24. Okay, and what other place on earth better describes those characteristics or better embodies those characteristics than America? Okay, it says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. thou art found and also caught because thou hast striven against the Lord. Okay. All right. So, the reason why I want to bring out that precept, verse 24, okay, it says, thou art found and also caught. Thou wast not aware because thou hast striven against the Lord. I have laid a snare for thee. Okay. Because the title, okay, sounds a lot like um, sounds relatable to the headline of this article. America's in danger of having more rivals than it can handle. Okay. All right. Meaning that they're going to be caught unawares. Okay, by the destruction that's going to come as a result of the war that's getting ready to brew. Okay, that's getting ready to pop off between Babylon the Great America, okay, and Russia, China, and Iran, and also these other different nations. Okay, all right, which America is getting ready to find itself having more rivals. Okay, which I'm gonna get that soon. This is Jeremiah 50 and 25. It says, the Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, man. Okay. All right. And what is the weapons of the Lord's indignation? All right. Those nuclear missiles. Okay. Isaiah 13. This is Isaiah 13. Okay. Verse 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Okay, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. And what is the banner? What is the standard? Okay, that we're lifting up, that the prophets are lifting up. Okay, it's the Holy Bible. Okay, upon the high mountain being Babylon the Great. Okay, the destroying mountain. Okay, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right, so this truth is being spread abroad, man. Okay, and you can trust and believe that the elites of this country, of Babylon the Great, are very well aware of what the prophets are prophesying against this place out of the Holy Scriptures. Okay, the nobles of this great Babylon, the great America, they're very well aware. Okay, it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in mine highness. All right, which that goes into the angels. Okay, all right, because the angels are going to do a work on this place as well. Okay, it says the noise of a multitude. I'm sorry, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. Okay, all right. So the Lord is responsible for stirring up these other nations against Babylon the Great. Okay, to the battle. Okay, that's why this prophecy is what called the burden of Babylon. Okay, because this war that's being brewed up, that's causing the gathering of these different nations, okay, to fight battle in the Middle East. All right, that's going to be to the detriment of Babylon because eventually that war is going to go nuclear. Okay, all right, they're gonna start shooting their missiles over to this place, man. Okay, Babylon the Great. Okay, the hindermost of the nations is going to be what, a desolation, a dry land, and a desert. Okay, as it's written in Jeremiah. Verse 5, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, all right, so the weapons of the Lord's indignation is going to be shot from one end of the earth to the other. Okay, from the end of heaven. All right, showing you what that is describing those nuclear missiles, man. All right, this is about to spiral completely out of control for Babylon the Great, man. It's about to get very ugly. Okay, all right, America's gonna find itself cornered. Okay, all right, and even these European nations, okay, that are in league with Babylon the Great, okay, are gonna turn on this place, man. All right, the EU, NATO, they're gonna turn upon Babylon, all right, and also shoot missiles against her. Revelation 17 and 16, it says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God be fulfilled. Okay, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, man. So Babylon's the great allies which it has in NATO and the EU. Okay, all right. Those NATO countries and those EU countries are going to turn against Babylon. Okay, That's what the 10 horns represents. The 10 horns represents the EU, and the beast represents NATO. Okay, those other NATO nations. Okay, all right, that mostly are based in Europe. They're gonna turn against Babylon and shoot missiles against her and burn Babylon. And it's the will of the Most High. Okay, the heart of the kings is in the hand of the Lord, and as rivers of water, He turneth it whithersoever He will, man. Okay, and when as you read this article, okay, it goes into Russia and China, okay, that are going to, they're how they're locking horns against Babylon. Okay, how Russia and China have allegiances. Okay, and Iran as well. Okay, they have they have an allegiance and alliance. Okay, that is against American interest. Okay, all right, and eventually, again, this is going to lead to war. This is Jeremiah 51 and 27. It says, "Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz." That's the area. That's the area of what, Turkey. Okay. Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and the rulers thereof, in all the land of his dominion. Okay, and the king of the Medes is Russia. Okay, all right, the leaders of Russia, the kings of the Medes, the leaders of Russia, man, they're gonna consolidate their allies against Babylon the Great. Okay, so you're gonna have Russia, Iran, China, okay, Ethiopia, Libya, okay, also Turkey, okay, all right, amongst many other nations that are going to come up against Babylon to destroy it, man. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant, man. This place is going to be totally desolate. Okay, that's what it's coming down to. Jeremiah 50 and 9, "For lo, I will raise up and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country." What is the north country? Russia. Okay, "and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." What are those arrows? Those nuclear missiles, man. They're going to shoot those missiles over here, and everyone is going to hit its mark, man. "And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord," man. Chaldea shall be a spoil. Babylon. Okay, that's another word. That's another term for Babylon in the scriptures, Chaldea. Okay, Chaldea shall be a spoil, man. Okay, a prey, a plunder, spoil, booty, prey, booty, spoil, plunder of war. Okay, all right. At one point in time, America was the predator, and all these other nations were the prey. Now it's going to be a complete role reversal. Okay, this is Isaiah 13 and 17. "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Okay, again, the Medes are the Russians. Okay, all right. "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children." And what are those bows? What are those arrows? Those nuclear missiles that they're gonna fire off on this place, man. Okay, which the Russians, okay, all right, their missile capabilities, all right, have increased over the past so many decades, all right, to the point where it's actually exceeded the missile capabilities of Babylon. Okay, and they're gonna shoot them bitches over here without any care, excuse my French, for women and children. Okay, "And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall not be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." So Babylon is going to be completely desolate. Okay, destroyed as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Which goes to show you that this is talking about the missiles, man, because those missiles are going to cause fire to blanket this country, man. From sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea, Babylon the Great is going to be on fire as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. As a result of those nuclear missiles, man. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. That's earlier in this chapter, man. Okay? The day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and with fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Nobody's going to live here after this destruction. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. So this place is going to become a desert, okay? A wilderness, a wasteland, okay? And their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. So desert animals, owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, man. So this is in the very near future. Babylon the Great is over with, man. It's a wrap for this place, okay? Okay, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Okay, all right. So, hey man, call Halayim like Bashim Al Shai, man. You know, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. Kwame Asharala and Abad Babal Shalom.